Dent had this trend break right here. Like Dent had a reason to buy. So buying Dent here made a lot of sense, right? Never hard closed over, only, you know, identifying the correct trend here was key. It never hard closed over. You know, Dent in perpetual failure off the inverse, fine. It never had closed over this properly. The day it closes over, Dent moves up like some ungodly amount. So like, you have to have a reason to buy something like this. Like Dent goes up 89%, and it was already up like total on Dent was something like 200%. It was pretty silly. You know, 190%. But this was like a reason to buy. This was like a good reason to buy Dent. I don't really see a good reason to buy Dent right now, to be honest. Like there's no, like traders don't care. Like that's the thing that people, I think people don't fully get, is that traders just don't care. Like traders don't care that it's Dent. Traders don't care that it's MCO or Link. They don't care. Like the only thing people, like Bancor is a good example of that. Like Bancor is an incredible project. Like I love Bancor, but that doesn't mean I'm going to trade it. BCM. But I love Bancor, but I haven't touched this thing for how long? Because BNT, aha. See, Bancor has this nutty trend that it was trying to break. And then it has this one here, like so. And this had this pretty crazy trend that it was trying to break in this moment. And it started to have this move up off this crazy trend. The traders don't care what Bancor is. Like they don't care that Bancor is a decentralized exchange that makes more sense. Like they don't, the only thing traders care about is this lovely little orange line right here. This lovely orange line, when this one breaks, that's what traders care about. And I don't know what the volume is on Bancor right now. It's probably like 10 sats. What is it? BNT, Bancor? This is probably like the gutter. Yeah, like 40 Bitcoin. Like what the heck was this yesterday? 1, 2, 3, 4. This was 7 Bitcoin yesterday. Like traders don't care about the volume. They don't care about any of this. They don't. Literally, this thing has been like less than 10 Bitcoin volume for probably like most of the past. Like all of these days are like less than 10 Bitcoin volume by the looks of it. And then it has a couple 40 Bitcoin days here. And then like even in its big spike day, like what does it have? 2 million? $158 is like a big day for Bancor, and it back targets a valley. Like this is considered a big day for Bancor. Traders don't care about this. Like the volume means nothing. The only thing traders care about is when this trend line breaks, and then the money just comes. Like the move happens. Like it's like TNT. TNT for the longest time was like 30 sats. Like and then TNT moves up 400%. Like TNT. Like I remember TNT, like back in these zones here, I remember buying TNT around 300 sats, and TNT was like 30, 40 Bitcoin of volume. Some days it was like 20 Bitcoin. They don't care. The only thing traders care about is when that trend line is going to break. Like that's it. Like that is literally it. Traders don't care. They don't care about Dent. They don't care about Bancor. The money doesn't care about the project. They just care about the TA. Look at EVX. EVX was like a dead coin. Like EVX was literally dead. And then it had a move. Like people don't care. EVX had this crazy break, and they called it news, but the reality is that there was this crazy trend that broke on EVX. Like this nutty trend that was just going to break on EVX. And it wasn't this trend, but it was somewhere around here. It was like a bunch of candles that touched. Like there's a trend line in here somewhere where like every single candle touched, and yeah, okay, so news comes out that this thing had no volume. This is all that traders cared about, and this is why they released the news here, right? And then like, what does this thing go up? 500%? Like if it's 10, they don't care if it's a mobile application. They don't care. Nobody cares about any of that stuff. The only people that care about that stuff are the fundamental traders, and they don't make money. They don't make the markets move. They don't. Taking profits, like how do you you're in this trade. Obviously, we'll start off with a little bit of practice here. How to identify perfect entry. So perfect entry, we got to do this relatively quickly because we have to see what's going on. You have one bounce here, which is saying the move is going to continue to go up, right? Like, so that's your first bounce right there. We got to go through this pretty quickly. So you guys got to get into the habit of acutely finding information quickly. You have another backside bounce here. So let's just identify the first two big ones, which is there and here. we can say it's right here at 2805. That was already tested. This is being tested now. So I would assume we're going to test something inside of this leg. So the reason I'm making that decision is I'm seeing this is already tested. This, so you've already done this. You've already come up, back tested this level. For that, we're not going to use it. Come up, you've back tested this level. That's broken. So now you're left with something between a tested level. Oops, one more. So now you have untested levels inside of this, unless this holds. So first and foremost, this would have been your first scalp entry. So let's identify perfect entry before we talk about perfect exit. You got in there, you know, what are we at here? Go to the 1 minute chart, do this quickly. That's the thing about this, right? You have to be quick. Bounce happened. We're seeing where it could go to. Not really anything left in here, is there right now? This is just a little tiny piece. I don't think this is even going to hold. My first entry on this, I would look at possibly being right here as my first entry on this. See if this can bounce. So first entry where it can bounce. That's where we're going to say we're going to enter on this coin. So if this were to go here, what are we starting to look at targets? Well, we have to, how do we exit? We have a couple exits. Always trend, no matter what the time frame is, large or small. Trend is going to be your first exit, right? So let's pretend we just took our first entry here, right? We already identified that. So this is fine. This is very easy. It just happened a few minutes ago. We're already in this trade. So what do we look at in this trade right now? We identified the bigger trend, right? So we got a 15-minute chart. We've drawn the bigger trend. Now we have to kind of drive down into these micro trends to see where exit could be. So from here to here, there's no real bounce. This is not looking too healthy. Maybe instead we can go like this and get a bit of a better time frame here. There's no real bounce happening off this. I would max target here. I would expect a larger bounce. Max target I would like to see is this. This is max target I would like to see. So exits on how do you take exits on scalps? You start identifying the strength of the move, right? So maybe even you broke this down right here, and let's do this. Let's do global for this current move. Best case scenario targets. Come on, to make this quick. Next case, best, next, and what we broke, right? So best case, next case, and what we broke. We're on a 1 minute chart here. We want to see the inverse level hit. That will be our first profit take. And even that we can profit take right here, actually. We also want to draw a trend like this. So when this breaks, we need to be out of this trade. We don't want to be through this when this breaks, in my opinion. And also let's draw our next trend here too. So, you know, if you were to scalp this coin, come on, yeah, fine, good, right there. And then we have that one right here. This is what we are looking to hold, and we are not really holding it right now. We didn't, but we bounced to this inverse and we are going down. I'm going to sell this right now. I don't think this is good position. We actually hit our target. I don't think there's much to be made here. It would have been nice to free roll it. It's like 1.5% position. You know, 1% a day will make you 36 Bitcoin a year if you 1% a day on one Bitcoin. So that's good. Work's done for the day. Look at that. We worked for 4 minutes today. It's done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 minute work day. Not bad. Although we don't want to quit there. I don't feel confident this trend is going to hold. I'm just not even going to be in this trade. I would have already been out. We actually inverse this level. So you have to start identifying exits and seeing which one is going to come to fruition, right? Like, so here we actually inverse the bigger value. So this, we can already see that this is probably an inverse to some level in here. Like the top of it is right here, right? This will be an inverse on some time frame like that, right? So we can probably, you know, we're not in a replay tool. This is perfect. We can go here and that would be the inverse there. Where's the valley? Nope. Okay, right there. That's the valley right there. Yeah, it's not on the 5 minute. Well, okay, technically it is on the 5 minute. That's the lowest time frame. You can see it before the valley. So you can see that's the lowest time frame. So it's hit. We're losing trend. I'm not really thinking this is good. Again, our next buy, we are going to probably actually put this here as well. That would have been a breakout level. So we're going to change these. We don't want we want these white. We just want to use these as movable and removable levels. Hold level, hold valley. This was some bigger level from the past, right? It's not holding right now. It did bounce. It's not holding. We'll see if it can trend. Identifying exit, like I would have expected this to at least bounce to here. If this thing was going to move up, I would have expected it to go here and relatively bounce up pretty quickly to this. Although it hasn't been that long, it kind of looks like we're headed for distribution. Like I would be buying here. I don't know if I'd be taking a risk on something else here. It's probably going to dump down. If you want to buy here, you can, but I just don't like it. I don't think if this level back here can't hold, like what is this level again? Is it actually a daily? Like what did we identify? It's really important to understand where targets are before we just haphazardly say we're going to get out. I need to be color coding these better. What is this? Hourly? It's not even an hourly. What is it? A 15-minute? Yeah, the 15 minutes not big enough. It's not a big enough level to hold it. Where's the actual level to hold it? It is an hourly also though, so that's not bad. Is it also a 4-hour? Probably. It actually is a 4-hour value there. So this is actually a pretty crazy level to hold. So that's actually pretty good. I don't think it's a daily. No, it's not. Go back to the 3-minute. So this is actually not a terrible level to see if it can hold through. It's a 4-hour hold. If this holds, it's going to move up.
Hey everyone, how's it going? As you know, I'm now giving out some of this content for free that I was otherwise charging for the past little while. Yeah, drop a donation, subscribe to the channel, join Patreon. You'll get access to Discord. Great way. Lots of top level traders in there, people who are doing this for a career every single day. So go to Patreon, join a tier, get access to Discord. Go on Reddit, talk about future of trading, talk about the science of trading, talk about cotton candy, socials, everything you can. Let's help this thing grow. It's the way you guys can thank me for giving out this content for free that I was otherwise charging money for. So I'll leave a Bitcoin address on the screen. I'll leave the Patreon address on the screen. Just do something to help out. Okay, thanks guys. Take care.